Super One, sponsored by StingrayRV.com.
Welcome to Buckmore Park in Kent for the hottest day of the year. We have got Wimbledon, we've got MotoGP, we've got F1, we have got the World Cup and Super One karting.
Welcome to Buckmore Park in Kent and round 4 of the Super One Rotax Max National Karting Championships, sponsored by StingrayRV.com. Following our recent interviews with some of the recognised teams in the sport, this week Sam spoke to Dave Gregory of Strawberry Racing, for a number of years one of the most successful teams in this series.
David, you've been with Strawberry since day dot, you've raced with the team, now you're working with the team. Tell me a little bit about the history and what makes you guys tick.
Well, me and Paul started off, I don't know, years ago when I was 11 years old, about 13 years ago. It was just me and him. We started off like this, and then now we're this big. We've got a Tony Kart dealership. We've got 8 drivers in the team, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
And what is it that makes you different from all the other teams in the paddock? What makes you one step ahead?
Everyone puts a lot of effort in. And we've got a really good product at the minute with Tony Kart, and Ogden's doing a really good job with the engines. We put a lot of hard work in the workshop, and it all comes together at the track.
And obviously, because you've been running for so long, you've got a lot of data behind you, and this is your first year in Minimax for a while, isn't it? So are you taking data from Junior Max and using it, or?
To be fair, the Minimax, the Junior Max things are completely different. The drivers are a lot smaller, the engines are completely a lack of power compared to Junior Max, so you have to set them up quite different. So it's a big learning curve for us as well as George. So it's quite difficult for us this year.
And talking about George Russell, you've got 2 championship leaders in the awning today. George Russell being one of them. Tell me a little bit about him.
George came to us at the end of last year when he won the cadet championship, and he wanted to go to Carefree with the junior team, but he wasn't quite old enough. So we were in 2 minds. He got special permission off the MSA to do Carefree in England. That means he couldn't be with Strawberry Racing because we had no links to the MSA in England. So we decided to do a year of Minimax with him for a learning year, and he's going to move on to the junior team next year with Paul Spencer.
And you've also got Tom Fawcett in the team, who's leading the Senior Max Championship. Tell me a little bit about him.
Again, same thing as George really. He came to us at the end of the last year, did reasonably well last year, looking to do a little bit better, and just come with us this year and he's doing really well. I haven't really had to do much with him, he's just a really good driver, to be fair.
Thank you very much, David. Good luck for today, and over to you.
Welcome back to Buckmore Park in Kent for our last race of the day. It's the Minimax class for 11 to 16-year-olds. Going off P30 is Zubair Hoke, Danfor's own. No picture, obviously, he's a koala bear this weekend. For Petrotechnics, Adam Mackay. Samuel Oram-Jones off 27. Off 26 is Kieran Gifford. George Lyon goes off 25 from Leicester. From Bungay in Suffolk, it's Harry Webb, P24. Off P23, Piers Hickin. Off P22, Martin Poole from Preston. Rob Holland, the 7 kart, goes off 21. Jack Mitchell is a funny-looking animal. He goes off 20. For Liberty Properties, it's Seb Morris, goes off 19. Ryan Beck off 18. Adam Glear, the 50 kart, goes off 17. Off 16 is Colin Noble from Pennycook. George Wright goes off 15. It's from London. From 14, Fergus Greensmith from Manchester. The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, the White Power Ranger, Josh White, goes off 13. Jay Goodwin for Go Goodwin's off 12. Sam Ward off 11. Sean Arnold for B&D goes off P10. For Sun Valley, it's Ben Hingley going off 9. Sam Marsh goes off 8. It's the Chunky Frog, Bobby Thompson, going off P7. Off P6, it's Oliver Myers from Leeds. Ryan Norris goes off P5s from Liverpool. From Wisbeach, George Russell, the championship leader, off 4. Jack Aitken off P3. Off P2, it's Ashley England. And going off pole this time, the 10 kart of Joe Byrne. And it is Byrne that looks like he's got the whole shot through turn one. He has. George Russell. Can't see much from Russell's onboard camera here. We're also on board though with Ashley England. You can see a little bit further forward off Ashley's camera. 40 card of Ryan Beck runs wide and runs into the side of Kieran Gifford as he comes back on the track. That could have damaged Kieran Gifford's rear axle. Another bent axle from that sort of contact it quite easily. 13 card of Jack Aitken through to second place. Ashley England, the 28 card in third, but not for long. Goes through to second. As you see, Russell comes through from fifth to fourth and drops Oliver Myers back one. 10 card of Byrne leads it from England. Aitken, Russell, Myers, their top five. Then came Norris, Thompson, Marsh, Sean Arnold, and friends and family of Ben Hingley. Rejoice! He's made it through more than two corners without crashing. Fantastic. George Lyon won heat one from Joe Byrne. Harry Webb was third. Ryan Norris setting the fastest lap. In heat two it was George Russell, Harry Webb and Rob, that should read Rob Holland. In third, fastest lap by Zubair Hope, 40.79. In heat three it was Byrne from Aitken and Sam Ward, with Byrne setting the fastest lap at 40.82. In heat four, Jack Mitchell took the win from Oliver Myers. Ashley England in third, and once again Zubair Hope setting the fastest lap. Still Byrne out front in this second final of the day. It was Byrne that won the first final earlier on. It set the grid positions for this race. Ashley England was second, Jack Aitken third, and Ryan Norris this time setting the fastest lap at 40.73. We're on board here with George Russell, just about make out the 13 cart of Jack Aitken ahead. On board here with England in second place. It's still Joe Byrne that has the lead. He took a comfortable win in that first final. Watched that first final earlier on in the day and had a good 2-3 second lead by the end. He was always comfortable out front, Joe Byrne. Not quite so comfortable in this race so far. It looks like England might be making the move at the end of the straight here. Certainly close enough. Looking down the inside. Here comes Ashley England for the lead, and England sweeps through into the lead. Aitken trying to go up the inside of Byrne as well, but I don't think he's made that work. He hasn't. He's had to stay in position. But all the carts have got a lot closer as a result of the initial overtaking move. So we see the 63 cart of George Russell going through from fourth to third, so that's dropped Aitken back one. As I say that, it's just squeezed Russell out through the S's. They come towards us. It's England, Byrne, Aitken back to third, and Russell's dropped back down to fifth place. Myers, the 51 cart, just in behind. He's sixth, and the 66 cart of Sam Marsh is there in seventh place. They sweep down the hill one more time. If you're watching this programme for the first time and thinking that karting could be the sport for you, or indeed your children, check out the website www.s1series.co.uk. The Association of British Kart Clubs will tell you all you need to know about karting, abkc.org.uk. Check the website out there. All the information you will need to start karting is on that website. So we see Hingley up the inside of Marshall Place. And the Motorsport Association website is msauk.org. Lots of information on there too. So if karting looks like it could be the sport for you, or your children are showing some interest, then check out those websites and you'll get all the information you need to know. Hingley is on fire today. He's made up another place. Ben Hingley, the 77 cart, makes up another place courtesy of Bobby Thompson. Thompson on the Chunky Frog cart. It's England that leads it from Byrne. They've got a nice little gap back to the chasing drivers. Aitken is next, the 13 cart. He's followed by the 37 cart of Ryan Norris, and then comes George Russell. The top five now are well clear of the rest as they come down through Symes Sweet, through Paddock, up Damon Hill into Garda. Ashley England looking very strong here. 13 Jack Aitken also looking good. He's pretty much been third for most of this race. Ashley England here on the 28 cart leads it. He was the runner-up in the British Open Championship as a cadet in 2006. Came second in the O-Plate event that year. There's the chasing pack. It's Thompson from Marsh. Then comes Sam Ward, and in behind Ward is Ben Hingley on the 77 cart. 91 Greensmith having a battle with Samuel Orange-Jones, Harry Webb 85 and 26 George Wright. Firmly ensconced in the middle of the pack at the moment. The 11 cart is Sam Ward. Up Damon Hill and into Garda one more time. Hingley just in behind, and Sean Arnold behind Hingley, the 46 cart. Here are the leaders though. Across the start-finish line one more time through turn one. Conways back up to great overtaking opportunity here. turn 2, the first hairpin. Here's Aitken down the inside of Byrne for second. They're side by side as they run down to the turn. Can't see much on board from George Russell's kart, but out of the shot, I think Aitken's lost a place. He has. So the 37 card Ryan Norris has gone through to third. Aitken, as a result of that move, trying to get through to second, dropped to fourth instead. George Lyon, followed by Greensmith and Webb. Webb up the inside of Greensmith for a place. So Webb makes up one place in the Garda hairpin. Still Byrne holding on to second, but for how long? Here comes Norris down the inside for second. Norris goes through to second. Byrne, as a consequence, dropped to fourth and go around the outside of the hairpin. Well, you very rarely see that, but the 13 card Jack Aitken, a great move around the outside of the hairpin. And Norris, looking like he was through to second, ends up back down in third place as Aitken goes effectively from fourth to second in the two hairpins. Great move by Jack. What can he do about the leader? Ashley England out front. The man third from the right there. Ricky Grice keeping an eye on one of his engines, not least because it's leading at the moment. Grice tuned engine on Ashley England's karts as he comes through the hairpin. First hairpin, a second hairpin, all the karts at the front of the field getting much closer. George Russell now a lot closer in fifth place. Byrne, who led for a while, down there in fourth now, so it's England that leads it from Aitken. Aitken will be looking to make the move sometime soon, thinks about it there, but doesn't make it. Might got to do it in the hairpin, surely. He does. Very, very late on the brakes. Late decision there by Aitken, which given him the lead. We're back on board with Ashley England. Aitken out front on that Gillard chassis. England right on the back bumper though, and looking down the inside at Conways, and England goes through for the lead. Norris goes with him for second, so England's got the lead. Aitken's back to third. Norris up the inside for the lead, and Aitken goes with him, and Aitken through to second place, and England back to third. We're back on board with England now. Aitken looking for a way past. George Russell still in fifth place. Byrne and a 10 kart in fourth. Russell will be looking to get past Byrne sometime very soon because the front three have got a bit of a gap. And if Russell's going to finish on the podium, he's going to need to get past Joe Byrne. Byrne has closed the gap, in fact, on the back of the leading three. So we're on board with England here. Still Norris that leads it then. Aitken, the 13 card in second. In third is England. Aitken going for the lead. Has he got it? He's running the curb, coming out of the hairpin. Aitken has the lead, does he? Yes, Norris has had to give up the inside line. Russell through to fourth. Byrne back to fifth place. We're back on board with Russell. England there in third place. Norris is back to second. And the leader is, once again, Jack Aitken. What a fantastic race this has been so far, and it's not over yet. It's Aitken that has the lead then. Norris looking for it back. Russell through to third. Drops Ashley England back to fourth. So Russell is on the podium as they come out of Garda. Down through the left-hander, the chicane, and up Herbert Rise. Later in the race, as they approach the start-finish line, it's still Aitken that has the lead. Norris in second, but George Russell is a lot closer. Aitken has the fastest lap as well at 40.66. Russell looking for a way past Ryan Norris, but no joy. England looking for a way past Russell. Likewise, no joy. And one driver who's right in this mix as well, 19, Bobby Thompson, has come from a mile back. And with these leading drivers battling for the win, it's allowed Thompson to get much closer. Thompson right on the back of Joe Byrne now. We're on board here with England. Half a lap remaining. Doesn't look like England's going to get past Russell. And Aitken's got this one tied up. He's got 4 or 5 kart lengths to come up. Herbert Rise. Norris is comfortably in second. And it is Jack Aitken that takes it from Norris second. Russell third. What a fantastic race. Just look how much closer the other karts are with all the battling at the front.
George, congratulations, third place. Is that enough to keep your championship lead?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we've had a good season so far, so we have to try and win the race. Just got to keep it consistent and bring it home.
Third to seconds, you must be happy with that?
Yeah, it was a good race. Didn't get the best of starts, but just made my way through. And when I got into the lead, made a slight mistake. Jack got through, and I just settled for second for the points, really.
Jack, congratulations. That's a pretty tough race for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really tough because all the way through it was all